it's going to be all of our graduates, so it won't include the January Premier sale from this year. They won't qualify next year. Obviously that sale's already gone and been done and dusted, but those horses do qualify for the Cape Racing Sales Slipper, and that race is a 1.25 million rand race on Cape Town Met Day next year, which is only for those graduates. So the way we are trying to position that January sale is your go-to sale for your early, forward, strong, speedy type of horses. We want our foreign buyers that come out here in that month to be buying horses that will race when they are back here in the next summer, and not horses that are going to race as only come to hand as late 3- and 4-year-olds. We want that to be an early, precocious type of sale for 2-year-olds, and we will keep building on the Cape Racing Sales Slipper. I want it to become a multi-million rand race over the next couple of years, but going with this bonus scheme, I think it was important. We obviously at Cape Racing Sales, we've got to cut our cloth according to our means, and we are a sales company that's only selling, a couple hundred lots per year. We've only got the 3 sales. We're not sitting with 8-9 sales of hundreds and hundreds of lots going through each sale. So I thought that the way it was going according to numbers, having these various sales races just seemed like a bit of a waste of money, because you end up with, when you've got a sale of 100 lots, to have a sales race for those horses, you end up with a very low quality sales race, and it just didn't seem like the right thing to be throwing R500,000 rand away at horses of that nature. So we elected to go with pooling our sales race money into a scheme for bonuses, and obviously we've had to chip in quite a little bit more. As we've said with Cape Racing Sales, the only reason we're in the sales business is to drive those profits back into the industry and into the prize money pool, and now we've elected to obviously cut up some of that and put it into this bonus scheme. So we came up with a number of 40, which I think is a pretty safe number. I think that will entail that all of our juvenile winners do get bonuses, and we've opened it up to the first win in any type of race. So you can win an older horse race, an open maiden, whatever the case is. Your juvenile will qualify upon its first win. 75,000 rand goes to the winning owner, and 25,000 rand will go to the winning vendor of where that horse was sold. If a horse goes through 2 Cape Racing sales, he's only going to qualify for 1 bonus. So the vendor of the horse from the first sale that he goes on will be getting paid that bonus. And from a selfish point of view, just when it comes to programming and that type of thing, it also makes our life a lot easier, because we're entering a problem into program at the moment where trainers are only wanting to run in maiden juvenile races, because that's where they're getting their bonuses. So we're ending up having 40 acceptors in maiden juvenile played over 1,000 meters, and a maiden played over 1,000 meters is getting 8. So hopefully this creates a bit more of a balance where people will be able to run their Cape Racing Sales graduates in open races and get bonuses there, and look at running their BSA graduates in the 2-year-old races until obviously those bonuses run out. So it's a big number, it's a big bonus scheme, and as I said earlier, we are looking at ways to help the vendors and the sellers, and we're hoping that little bonus is gonna help them. If you're a vendor who has got 10 juvenile winners through the year, that's 250,000 rand in bonuses that Cape Racing Sales will be paying out. So I think it's quite a number.
If we can then just talk about specific lots on this beautiful mixed sale, there's obviously, I think it's around 80 or so yearlings, so that's Pinnacling scheme is only limited to that specific number?
Yes, that's correct. There's just short of 90 yearlings, and the Pinnacling scheme at the moment is for the yearlings only, and then obviously mandatory to be selling at the ready to run sale. And I think what's important, as we touched on earlier, as we're trying to drive this trade and this part of the market in Pinnacling, it's very important to note as well that if you've bought a horse off a Bloodstock South Africa sale, and you have now going to put it on the Breeze Up sale here and try and sell it for a profit or whatever the case is, your horse will then qualify for the BSA 100,000 rand bonus and the Cape Racing Sales 100,000 rand bonus when it wins as a juvenile. So that's 200,000 rands in bonuses. And obviously, as a buyer, you should know going into this sale that if someone's bought a horse from a BSA sale in say February for 100,000, the fact that it's going through the ring now at a Cape Racing sale really adds value to it, because it now does qualify for 200,000 rands in bonuses. So you as an astute buyer should be more than happy if it's a nice physical, nice specimen to pay 2-3 times that amount, because you are qualifying and have access to so much more prize money and winning funds through these bonus schemes. So I think that's obviously a very interesting angle, and hopefully that helps build up the Ready to Run sale. And as the press release has just recently gone out, we have changed the dates for that Ready to Run sale. It has come forward. I think what we're looking to do here is obviously bolster our two-year-old racing program, and our first juvenile race will not be at the end of November anymore. We are going to have our first juvenile race in the middle of November. So I thought that obviously having the Ready to Run sale on the 4th of November with our first race on the 18th would be too quick a turnaround. So we've brought it forward a couple of weeks, and we're going to be having it on the weekend of October 21st and 22nd, our Ready to Run race for last year's graduates, and the sale itself, and that will give pretty much a month for those graduates to be ready for our opening 800-meter juvenile event in the middle of November.